Native American magicians.
Well, you know, that's one of the things we like to do is, you know, we have interviewed the entire gamut, as you say, of different, you know, politicians, musicians, artists, you know, all kinds of chiefs, you know, everything. But we've never before had in the studio magicians. And these guys are a couple of Native American magicians, Bobby and Jeremy Nugent. They are Lost City Magic. And Lost City, because that's where they're from, up there in Lost City. And you know where that's at, right?
Yeah, that is way deep in the heart of Cherokee country. Jeremy. It's so deep in there, they lost it.
They lost it, yeah. But, well, these two found it. And I tell you what, they find all kinds of other things. Do illusions and magic tricks and things like that. What's cool about these guys, Gerald, is that they infuse their show with native storytelling. It's a part of what they do, and they themselves admit that through their research, they have researched the old traditions, things like that, pre-missionaries coming to the tribes, and there were shamans, storytellers, things like that did these sort of things and told these stories.
Nice.
And they found a way to infuse that with their act to show a literal illusionist representation of that. So what they do is really neat. It's different. It's unique to Native Americans.
Right.
That's exactly why we got it on the program. So we invited those guys down to come in studio, bring all their stuff. That's exactly what they did, and we were very impressed and had a great time visiting with Jeremy and Bobby Nugent and the Lost City Magic. We hope you all enjoy this, too. Never before seen, first time on Native News today. I am here with Lost City Magic. That's Jeremy and Bobby Nugent. These guys are in town today to talk a little bit about the magic program that they participate in and do for different schools and around the area, but really the only Indian guys doing this. Jeremy, talk a little bit about how you guys started first off and really what sets you guys apart from a lot of the other magicians out there.
Well, we were, as we were saying before earlier, that we were just sitting around. We were basically started researching our native culture and the Indian cultures around, and we realized that there had been Native American magicians all throughout Native American history until recently in the 1800s, and it was a culture that kind of died out, and it was something that needs to be brought back. There's lots of famous magicians out there, but none that we saw that was Native American. So we wanted to do something like that to set it off and set something apart and bring this culture back from brink of extinction, and that's what we're doing. And
guys, talk a little bit about, I guess, Bobby, you could comment on it too, would be, as we talked about it as it related to culture, they were almost like storytellers or things like that.
They were storytellers, they were priests, they made predictions on the outcomes of battles, they were medicine men. They predicted disease, how to cure it. They were herbalists. They used a lot of herbs in their stuff, and just a lot of working with nature.
Absolutely. Now, we touched on it a little bit, but you guys, there's some interesting things about y'all's shows. You know, you go around to all the schools and fully booked a lot of the time. In fact, we were very glad to be able to just get you in here today. But you guys make all your own props, and like a lot of other magicians and stuff like that. So a lot of authenticity in you guys' presentation.
Yeah, everything that we've had been researched, and this is a wand that we use for the cups and balls, and it was similar to the ones that we'd found in our history books and archives at what the conjurers had used, and we tricks made with dream catchers and just flash paper, handmade art, and even simple little things like spoon. And every Indian knows what that is.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I had another one, I could play some music. Well, guys, I tell you what, I could sit here and talk all day till I'm blue in the face about what you do and how cool it is, but I'm going to get out of your way and let you show us some stuff here in the studio today. You've been gracious enough to bring all your stuff along with you, so, hey, guys, get after it. I'm going to stand over here and kind of explain what we got going on while you're doing it.
Okay, the first thing that we'd like to show is a piece of storytelling that they used to do, and it was about illustrating the creation of life and how every Native American could transform themselves into something better. And an example that they used to use, that was a perfect example, was a caterpillar. And they had showed the conjurers of old would show the caterpillar, and instead of a cocoon, we're going to place it into a glass. And ready? Instead, we'd just speed up the transformation there and show from a caterpillar you could transform into something better, like a beautiful butterfly to fly around. The second one that we do is over here is called the four elements of life, and this is what a lot of what the conjurers, perfect illustration of what the conjurers would do, and we'd like to use you on this, is that before, whenever every Indian would come of age, they would go and see the conjurer, and he would tell them that the four elements of life, there was the four personality types, and he would determine what that person would be like. Like, say, air was the thinkers and the philosophers. They often become the diplomats, and they're the ones that rose higher above than anyone else. And earth was people that was of the spiritual types, the conjurers, the shamans, the medicine men. They had a little bit of everything mixed in with them as a whole for it. The fire was the outgoing people. They were the speakers, the warriors, the braves that would travel out. And the water, they were the hunters and the explorers, and they moved just like the river, always moving from place to place, never settled in. And so that the conjurer would use a little method here, and for this demonstration we're going to use a deck of cards, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start flipping through them, and you just say stop whenever.
Okay.
Right there?
Stop.
And we'll use this marker as a place to mark your spot on there.
Okay.
And I'm even going to let you have a little peek and let you see what that is. Can you see what that number is on there on that card?
Put your finger up a little bit. There you go. Yeah, we got it.
You got it? And it's 7 of clubs.
Mm-hmm.
So what you would do is that you would start from here and count to that number, and that wherever your finger stopped, that's where it would be at. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
Your element was fire. That's the type of person you are.
That's right.
Going. But it was, the conjurer would show that that was predetermined, because when you flipped over all the cards, only one had a backing on there. And you flip that backing, it would reveal that it was written long ago that you would choose fire. And that was also predetermined here in the cards, because if we sit and flip through them, you saw the number what you wanted to see all along that would lead you to that card.
I am a fireman.
Final deal was that we'd have what they'd call the phoenix, and the phoenix was a sacred type of animal.
Right.
And this is believe it or not, that's what they'd have as a phoenix feather. And if you could, which are you, right or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Right-handed.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and set that right.
Okay.
And we'll use your whichever hand. This hand will work.
This one,
Yeah.
okay.
Hold your hand out just like that, and we'll keep that monitor. Okay, close that up. Keep your hand as a fist on there, because we're going to see if the phoenix will mark you. And we'll take the feather and burn him away to just ash. You feel it burning you?
Yeah.
Nothing?
No.
No kind of burn or fire. Open your hand. Let's see if it took.
Oh,
And
nice.
it did take. So that means that fire won't harm you. You'll be able to work with the phoenix. And you might have to set the mic down for that,
Okay.
because you saw how flammable that paper was.
Right.
Go ahead and hold it in both hands, because if we were right and that phoenix did mark you, then it won't burn you. You'll be able to control the fire. But if it didn't, you are going to go up in some bad flames there.
Okay, now turn towards the camera.
I do not wish for it to burn me.
Well, you should be.
I've been marked by the phoenix. Okay.
You're doing good so far. You ain't. Last time we done this, we had to send the guy to the burn ward.
Oh, God. God.
I was just now looking around. There's no fire extinguishers in here, is there?
I don't think so.
You go up, you're on your own.
We might just have to stomp her out. This building would go up in like 2.3 seconds, too, let me tell you. Oh, crap.
You're doing all right so far.
Come on, man, come on. Don't get crazy on me. Phoenix feather. I'm telling you guys, I picked fire long ago.
Just like that, you got the feather back.
Yeah.
We'll take the rest of this because the phoenix rose from the ashes. And just like that, the phoenix will come back as an egg, but the reason nobody sees phoenixes anymore is because it needs a magician to bring that phoenix back whole again. And there he is, and there's your feather.
There's my feather, and there is Lost City Magic. Fellas, thank you so much for being with us today. Awesome show, and let everybody out there know if they want to book you, have you up to their place, let them know how they can get a hold of you.
We've got our website at www.nugent.vpweb.com, and we've also got a Facebook fan page. Just click on look Lost City Magic on Facebook and be able to bring us up on there. And there's all of our contact information, email, phone number, and everything else on there that they can find.
Great. Well, Jeremy, Bobby Nugent, the guys, thanks so much for being with us today. Great to have Lost City Magic on Native News.
Thank you.
And that brings us to another conclusion of another great Native News Day. At least we hope that you thought it was great out there. I mean,